I can think of a lot of them. The Ukraine, that's a possible metric. Let me get to Fox News Radio's Jeff Monosso, who is en route to the Windy City right now. Jeff, how are you?
I'm doing well, Mark. Can you?
I'm doing great, thank you. What are your sources telling you that we can expect to hear from the president tonight?
Well, we've seen an embargoed preview of some of the things that President Obama will say tonight, and he'll talk about health care. He'll talk about, as you just mentioned, some of the things that he believes he's left this country better off over the last 8 years and from the time that he took office. We expect him to be wheels down here in Chicago, probably about 6:30 or so. But I can tell you already that there's 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and there are 2-hour delays in and out of O'Hare. Of course, he gets carte blanche in terms of being able to land at O'Hare. But weather might be an issue, and all those live trucks that we've got outside McCormick Place, right along the lake. It's going to be interesting to see if we're going to be able to keep our dishes up because it's really windy, and on the Indiana Tollway, they're keeping big trucks away from that because of the wind. So That's just a sidebar.
Yeah,
but we expect about 20,000. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's a sidebar, but not only is it going to affect potentially the media coverage of it, but the president's going to have to go out and speak in these conditions. This is a totally exposed area, correct?
It's closed off. The McCormick Place is inside, and it's where he held his victory rally in 2012 when he won re-election. So he'll be inside with about 20,000 people, we expect, who were, by the way, given free tickets. Some of those tickets actually going on sale online for as much as $5,000 because there is a demand, and people want to get in there. And he's got a lot of fans here in Chicago. He's got a lot of opponents as well, but the fans will be there. And we had a chance to speak to some of them yesterday, and they do believe that he was a great president. They do believe that he really tried hard, and that he was able to accomplish some. It'll be interesting to see if there's going to be protesters out. We'll see.
Yeah, I wonder who would be motivated enough to protest him at this point. That's interesting.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, protesters generally the weather dictates on whether or not there's a big crowd or not. Protesters on the conservative side generally, it's my guess that they'll probably just stay home tonight and probably not watch it.
Okay. See, I was confused because I thought he was giving his farewell speech at Grant Park. I didn't realize they'd moved it inside to McCormick Place.
Yeah, Grant Park was in 2008. That celebration for him, his victory rally, and then in 2012 it was at McCormick Place. It's a bigger venue, kind of near Soldier Field, and right on the lake. And the way it's set up now, it'll serve about 20,000 people who are going to be there. And by the way, Vice President Jill Biden will also be in attendance, along with the First Lady and Dr. Jill Biden as well. And many of the people who helped the president along the way. As you know, this is where his political career began. Expect Valerie Jarrett, the person we just heard from in that soundbite, and some other folks as part of his contingent, his staff, to be there as well in this farewell speech.
Very good. Jeff Monosso, have safe travels up there.
You bet. Thanks, Mark.
All right. Thank you. Jeff Monosso from Fox News Radio, traveling even as we speak on the Indiana Turnpike on his way to Chicago. So the president is he's breaking with tradition in giving his speech outside of Washington. Most of the presidents, including President Reagan and Bush and Clinton, had all given their farewell speeches from the Oval Office, and he decided to go back to Chicago. And, who knows? Maybe maybe some of his original political supporters will be there, people who bombed police during the 1960s, maybe Reverend